Hey everyone, Max at 343 Labs here. We're a music production school based in New York City, Berlin, and online. And today I'd like to show you a clip by one of our instructors, the one and only John Selway, which is taken from his weekly stream, which airs right here on our channel. Now, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification below. Let's get into it.
All right. So the other thing, every now and then I like to try out new plugins, and recently there was this, where did it go? Free plugin called THUMP, THUMP ONE. I'm guessing they're probably, I bet you if this is the free version, this is like the first step, and there's probably a more complex version of it that's not free and limited, but it's, I like sometimes trying out these fun sort of specific tools, and this is supposed to do like aggressive kick drums or bass sounds or leads. I believe it's got a wavetable sort of engine. And, I think probably what's fun about it for a lot of people is that it's not overly complicated. And a lot of times with techno, I find, unless you're using modular synthesis and getting really deep and crazy effects processing and complex sound design workflows, most of the time, honestly, it's not that complex. It's like relatively simple sounds with cool effects and just played the right way, programmed the right way to get the vibe and the groove. So it makes sense to make techno using a simple synthesizer, like with electro and like the SH-101. The SH-101 is a limited, not overly complex, but very characterful, cool synth that's easy to program and play and make fun stuff with. So this is not that, right? It's a plugin. It doesn't have a sequencer built in. It doesn't have that character. And that's another thing to find out, like, does it have character? It's a digital plugin that's not based on analog gear or, like what kind of character does it have? So we're just going to try it out and see what happens. And I'm going to add some, maybe like a lead or some bass or some weird noises with effects and take another step forward with my track. All right. So let's see what this sounds like. You can hear I was like, what is that? I was just going through the presets. That's like always the first thing you do with a synth is go through the presets. Boingy. Let's go to the init preset, the default. Sounds very clean and digital, doesn't it? And there's two layers to it. You've got the kick layer and the layer. So I think it's kind of like the more fundamental lower frequencies of the sound, and then the like the character or some variation to put on top of it. Let's go through some preset. Ash drunk. That already is good. A nice thing about a digital synth, it's not trying to emulate like phasey drifting oscillators. It's tight, it's sharp. So it's going to be real precise and clean. Let's see. I'm just going to start. I'm going to try not to think too hard about what I'm doing. And oh my gosh, 16th notes. This is going to be ridiculous. Wait, what happened? Okay. I think that would like throw you off, right? Like, why am I not hearing 16 notes? What's going on? I think it sounds like the envelope is not getting re-triggered, which means there's some kind of legato mode or something going on. I hope it's not a bug, but I'll bet you if I make these shorter. Yep. There it is. Oh man, that's like a machine. It's just like, I was kind of thinking going more aggressive and ravey and tough today. Why not? Brutal. Let's tweak it. Let's hear what it sounds like if I tweak it. And it already sounds kind of cool. It's just like an industrial techno layer. It's pretty raw still. Probably need to work on some effects and things like that. But let's hear what's going on in the sound. All right, so there's the kick layer. All right, that sounds like pitch modulation to me. All right, yeah, look at this. Woo! That got weird. All right, yeah, so that we've got the waveform display, we've got an envelope that's modulating it, and it's a limited envelope, right? It's got like attack. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, attack, decay. I don't know. This is not an ADSR. It's different, right? I don't have control over the curve. It's just got a shape to it. You know, again, like it's got a... I've totally messed the sound up now. This thing has limitations. It doesn't have everything you usually see in a synth. But then we also have, I think these are amplitude. Or maybe these are macros for all of the envelopes. That would make sense. But there's no sustain. I mean, it really is like a percussive synth. Like you're never going to be able to hold precise, you're not going to do note on, note off, like precise note length with this. It's always going to be decaying down to something. Let's get rid of that. Actually, I want to tighten up that hi-hat. Let's hear a little. All right, it was getting a little bit noisy for me, but that is something I'm going to play with, actually. It's just in the arrangement. Just playing with the hi-hat decay is a big deal. I'll probably put some effects and reverb on it, too, to make it into noise. I don't know if I get it out on a separate channel. Anyway, let's turn that off so I can hear the synth a little bit more clearly. All right, so that's changing the wavetable. That's changing the waveform that we're hearing. So that's really modifying the sound a lot. And then we've got drive, gotta be distortion, right? Or saturation or something. So you've got the level and then you've got the amount of modulation from the envelope. I believe. It's really easy to break the sound. Like a little tweak and it changes a lot. That's some other kind of distortion. And this, I guess, would be amplitude? Or something. It doesn't say what it is. Not having read any kind of manual for this, what does it sound like it's doing? Doing some kind of audio rate modulation to add noise to it, maybe. Woo! Right, so this has gone very far away from the sound that it used to be. Let's go back. Let's see what else this thing can do. That was accidentally cool. It's not as percussive. It's different kind of vibe, but it's interesting. Generally Respectful Freestyle said that's the attitude knob with the exclamation point on it, right? Woo! Any of you out there that don't like hard techno, I'm sorry. I will keep this. That's a preset, and I'm just gonna go with it. That's like the whole track now. Where are my hi-hats? I love it when you just hit something like that and you're like, okay, let's just go with it. It's working. It's still going up. I'm just turning one knob. I love it. Woo! Come on. I'm trying to copy my... All right, we know what we're gonna do next. Like when I bring the kick drum back and something new has to happen, what's that gonna be? A new element? Maybe we need to find a new element. I'm afraid of breaking the sound now. What else can I do? I could do that. It's more energetic, but I'm losing the tone of it now. It's like too tweaky now. Yeah, but no. Once that's in there, it has to stay. All right, so that was fun. That was a real roller coaster.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget, we put out new content every week, so don't forget to check back often. And if you'd like to learn more about music production and take a course with us, or just join our community, come check us out at 343labs.com. See you next time.